to see me. All right, so in reverse order, I turn on the background light, the hair light. Ooh, wow, moody, huh? Look at that. Are we on? Is it recording? All right, I guess so. Welcome back to Circuit, the channel where we review all kinds of gear on a budget so that you don't have to break the bank trying to imitate something that looks much more higher end product, right? And that's exactly what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be taking YouTube starter kit, the video light that costs $25 to get into, and we'll imitate something that looks like $1,000 setup, okay? That's from likes of company like Godox, for instance, Endor and Aperture. They make such light. And but with a little bit of knowledge, I'll show you how I converted the $25 kit into a much more pleasing to the eye type setup. All right. Next on Circuit, you don't want to move a muscle. All right. I'm going to show you how my current YouTube setup looks like. That is my corner in my living room / studio. And if you know this channel, I have made everything on this channel thus far on my cell phone, starting for iPhone 8 and now iPhone 14 Pro Max. So I'm using the light that you see right here. It's this right here, all right? You can see the inside. It comes with this remote control. And now with the upgrade is gonna be the air light. I used to have this, but I rarely use it. It's like the field light. Here's the key light. And then I went ahead and got me a background light. I'll leave links in the description. Now let me just take this off and set it up real quick, okay? So normally, if I was gonna shoot before, normally what I would do is just shoot with the key light, all right? And then together with the natural light, that is the blind fully closed. And the only thing I have on right now is the key light. Now I'm just gonna turn that off so it'll be in complete darkness. Now, I'll show you the difference between the artificial light and just using the natural light, right? It's a bright sunny day today. And you can see in real time, whoa, difference that makes by just using the sunlight. So roll all the window blinds up. So this, my setup without any artificial light, all right, just using the sunlight from outside. And as long as it works fast before sunset, you should be cool with this. But the sun is ever changing, so you're gonna have to supplement that with some artificial light. So that's where the key light comes in, and then the air light, and then the field light, and the background light. And now, I'm just gonna introduce, still a little bit of sunlight, but slightly darker right now. Now, turn this on. That's cool. Now I still have two on the window blinds that I'm just gonna have to shut off right now. And then the last one. All right, so we're back in darkness. And the only thing lighting it up right now is just the key light and the practical light in the back. And now what happens if I just leave the key light on and then turn off the practical light? We'll get more darkness, okay? And that's blasting at 100%, okay? So at 50, 20, at 20, would you get more noise in the shots? And that used to be possible to remedy with a little bit of ISO tweaking using the Filmic Pro, now Filmic Legacy, that's the remote legacy, but that's no longer available to us. 50% and 100%. That's a little too bright, and the light's been split all over the place, all right? And it's been wasted, it's just been spread all over the place without a grid. And that's why I went ahead and got me a grid to get rid of all those spilling. So that way, when I apply this on our softbox, then instead of spreading all over the room, the entire light is going to be concentrated on the subject. And that's the grid right there, all right? I'm so excited. I can't wait to show you guys the effect that has on our final image. And it's just gonna go over our softbox. All right, let's get into it. Okay, that's the USB-C powered hair light. I need to turn it off. I think it's got 6,000 milliamp hour or maybe 8,000. It doesn't matter. It lasts for the entirety of my shooting. So it's all, oh, it's right here. That's 4,600 milliamp hour. And that's my field light right there. That's the Yongnuo 3000. Pretty good, pretty trusty. Well, this is old news, okay? And it uses the Sony Ampere battery. It's not the best. I hate it because it takes forever to charge. And now to our background light. They'll come with a stand. All right, so they just come in parts like that and they stack up to a complete setup. The base, so that goes and then it screws on, all right. And then you put the other one on top, like so, right? So just gonna stack up in columns. And then you put the next one on top. All right, and then the final one stacks up like so to complete the entire column. And then you take the end, and then you can just plug it into a power bank or any other light source, like so. And it has its own remote controller. Uses battery to fire it up. Then here, and we'll rock and roll it. So the inside of your softbox looks like this. And I already went ahead and purchased this Velcro strap, right? Just take this off like so. Take the back right off. And take the diffuser off. And I already went ahead and did this. We're good to go. Oh, like so. Easy installation. Just go ahead and do it all around and make enough space. Just glue it like so and so. Alrighty. Put our glaze on top. All right, in all corners. All right, and we are getting somewhere. So I'm on the, doesn't get any better than this, okay? All right, let's see what progress we've made. This one is already drifted a little bit. Window just so slightly open. No lights, no artificial light, just a little bit of light still coming in through the window blind. And now I'm just gonna put it up a little. All right, so that we can have a total darkness. And now, all right, now turn on our key light. And that's with the grid light, all right? So it's blasting at 100% right now with the grid on. So now it's at 100%, now it's at 50, and now it's at 20. So if you notice, if you look closely, now you notice that there's no spilling going on all around the room, you know? So no light coming in through the window blind, and we got our key light right now set to about 20% intensity, and I could put it at 50. And that's the reason why one of these remote controlled LED lights actually pays off, because then you can increase or decrease the intensity as you see fit. All right, so that's just the key light alone with the grid. Now without the grid, all right? Now without the grid, now I'm just gonna be running it on the diffusion alone. And now see the difference, all right? Now you got diffusion, all right? So you got light spinning all over the place, and that's just the difference, okay? So now without the grid and running on just diffusion, you got 20%, intensity, 50%, and then 100. All right, see the difference? So now it's 100%. So now I'm just gonna turn it on, and that's the remote right there. That's what I've been using. All right, so I'm just gonna turn it down using this button. That has to be the lowest. And now to the highest. All right, that's 100%. It's 85 watts bulb, okay? Has nice heat dissipation and just cheap as hell. I'll leave links in the description in case you're interested. And it comes with this remote controller right here. All right, so I think somewhere between 50% would be my cup of tea right there. Oh, I messed up. Let me. I think I pressed. Yeah, now I changed the daylight a little bit. I hope it's that. No, this is warm right now, and now this cold, and now the white. Wow, it's so freaking bright right now. So cold. Yeah, it says cold. Whatever. In. You see how it is? Now I'm just gonna put the grid back on. Okay. Put the grid back on, and we should get way less spinning, as I explained earlier. I'm loving it. Loving it. So it's a worthwhile investment if you ask me, okay? You know, just so with a few bucks, I got my trusty YouTube starter kit video lights, feeling like a high-end $1,000 mobile light, okay? Something from Godox or Endor, Aperture, and such renowned company will set you back on nothing less than $1,000, right? And with this right here, of course, you're gonna say the other one, it doesn't include any softbox, right? I mean, they have like a pretty flat softbox, whereas with this, you still need to deal with a huge softbox, right? And you could make it mobile, just so you could check up on the screen right now. I actually showed you in details how to convert your YouTube video starter kit to completely mobile setup. Right now, I got my grid on the softbox, and this is exactly what it looks like. I'm feeling it. Turn this down a bit. And I know we're gonna get some noise, okay? But I could fix that in post. I could go ahead and turn on the one at the back, the background light at the back. Does it make a difference? I could make it brighter, I could make it faster. It's dimming to the turns off. Or you could make it faster, or you could make it faster, or you could slow it down the way you see fit. All right. I think I prefer this right here. Yeah, love it. And you want to turn it off, just, all right, and turn it right back on. And it has a slew of other settings right here. You can turn on the music mode, right? When the music comes on, and it just detects it. Okay, so that's that about the background light. And now, because I'm sitting right, like I would say 3 feet from the key light, and I got my air light, right? To further separate me from the background, I just turn on the hair light right now, and it's 100, right? It's, yeah, 80, that's 80%. So I just turn it on and reduce it to like 30, to the point where we still got separation, right? Okay, just right outside our frame. Okay, so we still got separation. All right, so just like the name says, you got hair light. So you got lights spilling over your head, and it has this little band thing so you can redirect the lights. And it's even further separating me from the background, if you understand how YouTube light works. I wish this had a remote controller. It doesn't. So now without the air light, so now we just only have the key light and the background light. And now without the background light, turn that off. All right. And now without the key light, can you see me? All right, so in reverse order, I turn on the background light, the hair light. Ooh, wow, moody, huh? Look at that. I mean, anyway, it looks a little bit spooky. And I could just reduce our light right here. So, I mean, if you compare this to what we started from, right? Now you should be able to see the difference. Like it's a massive difference. You guys, I mean, according to me, boy, you guys let me know in the comment section if you think the upgrade's worth it. Well, how much did I spend on that? I think probably between $50 and $60. I'll leave links in the description to see the actual price. And then the one in the back's around 30, 35, all right? And I got the grid, it's almost for free. And the LED bulb, the 85 watts LED bulb set me back somewhere around 15 US dollars as well. And like I said, it comes with a remote controller. The most expensive thing is gonna be the Makita battery. And like I said, if you're already in the Makita or DeWalt or maybe Milwaukee or even Bosch ecosystem, all you have to do is just use your battery and get a converter that converts your Bosch battery or Milwaukee battery, and in my case, Makita battery, into 220. In Europe, we use 220 volts, right? So you could plug in your 220 volt devices, and in other parts of the world, that'll be like 110 volts. And you have a very cheap setup. And oh, I forgot, here we still have a few lights, right? You could turn a Youngdo on. Oh, but that's a little bit too bright. It's a little too bright for my liking. So without the field light and with the field light. Without the field light, with the field light. And let me turn this. See, there's still millions of ways to play with this light, right? Alrighty. I'm loving it. This is the first time I'm actually trying this, okay? I haven't done any tests before. And that is that's funny. It's in the frame. Anyway, let me shift it a little bit so we don't got that in our frame any longer. So, yeah, let me know what you feel, okay? I think that is it. I've covered everything. All right, now in the frame. It's doing a lot, a whole lot. So, folks, that is it. I mean, if I run this for a couple of weeks, I'll even find a better setup than this. But so far, I'm loving it. See, back in the day, it used to be a whole lot easier when I could record and actually see myself. Now I'm using a mirror. I'm using a mirror. I just hooked it up to the window. All right, so not only does the hair light spill light on my hair, as the name says, but it also spills it on my shoulder, just so further separating me from the background. So that is it, folks. I just wanted to share my little or big upgrade since a while now. So that is it. That's my time. If this isn't your cup of tea, I got another video right now on the screen, and I'll see you right there. Peace out.